Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 4th June 2025, Aries. You might have visitors or even a hot date scheduled for tonight. By the afternoon, you might feel so tired to go out and wonder if you should cancel. It's best to keep your activities low-key. Have coffee and cake at home instead of going out, and get the cake from a bakery. Your evening should be full of exciting, stimulating conversation. You'll be glad that you stuck with those plans. Taurus, deliveries that you expect could be delayed. Today you might learn something shocking about a neighbor or relative. The gossip might spread rapidly through the community, and this could have you reeling even though it might be exaggerated. You might visit a few people nearby or spend a lot of time on the phone trying to learn the truth. Don't take anything you hear at face value. Gemini, some good but surprising news could come your way. Perhaps a family member or friend will call or drop by with a surprising development that directly affects you in the evening. Go out together and celebrate. Don't forget to include your special someone in your celebration plans. Cancer, today may start out frustrating. Be prepared. Some equipment might go on the blink and it could take a while for it to get fixed. A temporary separation from your partner could also be disappointing. You may have a lot of physical energy for which you have little immediate outlet. Take a long walk. This would not only provide an energy outlet but also clear your head. Leo, your level of artistic inspiration is high today. Dreams or meditations may bring up some spiritual insights and revelations. You may promptly forget them upon coming out of your dream or meditative state. This could prove frustrating. Try writing them down even if you only remember snatches. This can help bring them to the surface again. You will want to record them by chance. Virgo, some upsetting news regarding money could throw you into a dither today. Perhaps a check you've been expecting hasn't arrived on time. Maybe the bank has made an error regarding your account. It isn't anything that can be straightened out, though it's going to be a pain making all the calls. Basically, all should be going well for you. This is only a temporary setback. Libra, a setback in your career might have you feeling disoriented. Equipment might be involved. It's only temporary and your determination, efficiency and practicality should take care of it in no time. Basically, you're probably feeling optimistic about the future and unlikely to change that energy anytime soon. Try not to worry about problems today. Spend the time relaxing and enjoying the company of friends and family. Scorpio, a delivery from far away you were expecting might be delayed, causing you to wonder if it might have been lost. It hasn't, and there isn't much you can do about it. Mechanical equipment could also go out of whack, necessitating a call for a repair service. This could set you back some time and make you antsy, but try to find something else to do. Sagittarius, today you may feel especially passionate and desire a romantic encounter. You might even have a hot date scheduled. Don't be surprised if it has to be postponed for reasons beyond anyone's control. You might try to subliminate those feelings through creative activities. Romantic novels and movies could also prove good outlets, though it's never good as the real thing. Capricorn, a visitor with a few problems might come to your door in search of advice and sympathy. He or she might also have some other news that could shock you. A professional crisis might make it necessary for you or your partner to spend most of the day away from home and the family. This could be frustrating, particularly if you have to cancel plans. Aquarius, tasks of any kind are likely to seem like the labors of Hercules. Overwork and strain could have you feeling a little under the weather, and it might be a good idea to take some time alone to rest. If you can't, at least try to take some things easy. Also, some unexpected changes in your community might have tongues wagging. Be sure to check out the facts before jumping to conclusions. Pisces, money matters might be weighing on the mind of a close friend or lover, and he or she might seek your advice. A creative project may require a larger expenditure of money, time, or other resources than you originally thought. This could make you wonder if you will be able to continue with it. It might take some tweaking on your part, but you should be able to complete it as planned. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. Do have yourself a great and blessed day.
Oh my, good morning, guys. Oh, I know, right? It always seems like I not, but you all know me. I see farmer that has go on the field with high heels. I going on the beach in heels. It's not my fault, you know. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's midweek. and we are about to take you on a journey to wake you up and to get you on the right note, starting your day off. Let's see what our news department is doing. We'll be back.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polio. The body of a well-known vagrant known as Mr. Kalka was discovered on the rocks beneath the Castries Fisheries Bridge yesterday, prompting a police investigation into the circumstances of his death.
He always be lying down by my seaside, by the seaside. I always seen him lying down there. The last time I passed, he tell me give him bus money to go home because he not feeling well. He tell me he was in the hospital. So I don't know what happened to him now. I was just surprised to see him dead under the bridge there.
When I in town there, they tell me Carl can't die by the bridge. So he fell down and maybe he's knocked his head off. I don't know what. But as in town, I come up fast to see if I see him. They tell me they go with him already. Mr. Carl can't get him money the same place with me in welfare. Or he's sleeping everywhere. When he's getting drunk, he's tight, he's sleeping any place. He's sleeping down any place. Just lie down any place and sleep.
Regularly seen assisting vendors and carrying goods at the Castries market, Mr. Kalka was a familiar figure to many, some of whom say he had recently been hospitalized and often slept in public spaces along the waterfront. We continue the broadcast with news that getting a telecommunications license in the Eastern Caribbean just got faster and easier. The Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority, ECTEL, has officially launched Spectrum E, a new digital platform designed to eliminate the long waits and paperwork traditionally associated with licensing.
This represents a significant leap forward in transforming how licensing services are delivered. Indeed, this platform will make the application process faster, simpler, and more accessible to all. This initiative began several years ago in response to a clear and pressing need. That is to improve how license and frequency authorization applications were managed.
The system not only speeds up the process, but also standardizes it across all ECTEL member states, making it easier for providers to do business and stay compliant in today's fast-paced digital world. A brutal act of animal cruelty in St. Lucia has sparked outrage both at home and abroad. A young puppy named Gabriel was found on a V4 beach with his jaw slashed by a machete, an attack that's not only horrifying, but has amplified urgent calls for stronger enforcement of animal protection laws on the island.
We currently actually have a case of, we have on video of someone repeatedly hitting his dog with a pipe. And we do approach the police to help us in that particular case. And I mean, really, the only thing we could do is remove the dog from that person's care to make sure the dog is safe and healthy.
As the story garners international attention, local rescue groups say it's time to confront the deeper issues of neglect, abuse, and accountability in pet ownership. Finally, from us this morning, with the rising cost of living weighing heavily on households, the government is rolling out a series of relief measures aimed at putting money back into consumers' pockets. Effective June the 1st, the 6% service charge on price-controlled goods has been scrapped, and come July the 1st, selected essential items will also be exempt from the value-added tax.
So we have a listing of price control items. Included in these price control items, you might have a few items that are of a larger size than the price control. For example, if we have oil, for example, of 750 ml, you might also see on the list oil with a larger size. But all the price control items, we've removed the service charge on them.
In addition, travel will become more affordable with a 50% cut to airport service charges expected to boost regional tourism and ease travel costs for St. Lucians. That's a broadcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Our next news major is at noon, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Wonderful. Thank you, guys. We need to take a break and come back. Wonderful. Well, there's a beautiful lady, Jacqueline Scott, actually. You know what? Jacqueline has undertaken some really, really noble causes, through her company. She's insisting that she must have a component that deals with serving people, that creating community where people can pour into each other. And she's doing just that. She's actually living her dream, realizing her purpose. So let's talk to Jackie about that whole journey. Here with Jacqueline. Jacqueline Scott is the founder of Graceful Gatherings under the banner of Make My Day. Now, there's a lot going on here, but purpose driven, all of it very much is so. So, Jacqueline, we are so honored that you're able to join us and tell us a little bit more about this Graceful Gathering founding, the foundation. What was it founded under? What prompted it? What are some of the plans that you have? What are some of the purposes that you plan to undertake under this banner?
Okay, thanks for having me. Graceful Gatherings really is something I've been praying about, how my business could be of use to the Lord. I always knew that my business or would have been sort of a social enterprise. When I studied what I developed it to be as part of my entrepreneurship program, it was meant to be something that would bring inspiration to people. And now that I started, since COVID, I started the business. I really wanted to know how exactly is an events and florist business going to be used to bring honor to God? How is it going to be that inspiration? So I've been praying about it and asking for a leading. And then it was laid on my heart to do a tea party. And I worked on it. So it's been over almost 2 years in the making. And I just wasn't sure exactly how a tea party could do it. But I just kept feeling led that once the Lord has given you an idea, step out in faith and proceed. Even if everything doesn't seem to be perfect as yet, proceed. And it's just like he's just been building on it bit by bit. He's putting it together, and I'm seeing it unfolding what really it's meant to be. So Graceful Gatherings, he gave me the name as well. It's that banner, that's the marketplace ministry side of the business, whereby we will be creating special events for targeted audiences. So the activities are meant to be wholesome and purposeful and to reach hearts, to be an inspiration, to bring hope. And so it's like we are basically creating special events, a special space, a safe space where people can come in and have a good time. So it's going to be well designed, well curated, and so on. It's going to have the works in it. So it's really going to be something that people look forward to attending. It's just that there's that added element of it being something that makes a difference in people's
So it's
lives.
a community of upliftment, really.
Basically,
Activities.
it's hopefully it's going to be a movement, so to speak, so that when people get together, they network, they make friends, whether it's for business or just for support, and that they can go out there and just continue on with it. I have also been finding people calling me to inquire about it. They've seen the ads and they are interested, and they're saying, but I've been praying for something like this. I have needed this. And this is not necessarily a Christian thing. I just happen to be a Christian wanting to avail myself. So this is not a church thing, but it's something that's just meant to do something for whoever it is out there who needs it.
Okay, so Graceful Gatherings is now undertaking its first well, you did the tea party, or you doing it?
No,
That's
I'm
what
doing
Petals
it.
and Paws.
Petals
Petals
and
and
Paws
Paws is
the
one.
debut event
Right.
under Graceful Gatherings. Okay, so right now we are having this event for ladies only, but the intention is to reach out to different target groups. So the next one is going to be for men only.
Right. But let's talk about this one.
Right. So Petals and Paws being the debut event, it's dedicated to ladies only. So it's going to be on another level. It's going to be beautiful. It's created, it's designed for them. It's going to have the works. So it's a really special event that ladies can dress up and come to. It's a celebration of women. It's a time where we come just to be reminded of the promises that are hours, and it's a time for us to connect as ladies and just receive inspiration. So we are coming to be filled as well as to pour into each other. So we're expecting for that atmosphere to just be, you know, fully about sisterhood and connection and support and just meaningful exchanges within the atmosphere of recreation. So it will be an entirety party with the entertainment, with the food, the design, the decor, everything opulent and beautiful because we are beautiful and we are worthy of being celebrated. And within there, we are celebrating each other. And we expect that when people leave, that people leave feeling it was good for me to have been here. I'm
Right.
glad
What is the
I
date
came.
for this? What the date
It's
schedule for
the
this?
it's next week Sunday. We're starting at 2:30. So from 2:30 to
Where would
6
it be?
at the Sandals Golf and Country Club at Capacity.
We're going to talk about getting to how we can, if you want to be part of it, how you can do that in a while. But it's also my understanding that you have added a component to this where you are supporting the renal unit or department. What is it?
The St. Lucia Renal Association. So part of Graceful Gatherings as well is that there will be a cause element to any activity, any event that we put on. So every year it's going to be rotating. We will be identifying a cause to support so that we are also giving back. So with Petals and Paws this year, we will be supporting the St. Lucia Renal Association. We understand that kidney disease is a very costly medical condition, and the association would be happy for any help that it can get. Having been associated with the Diabetes Association, I have come to know people from the Renal Association and what kidney disease really is. So I thought that we can support that association this summer.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we can go on to your website, Petals and Paws. What are we looking for online where we can get more information?
Right. So you're going to Make My Day St. Lucia, Make My Day SLU on Instagram, and Make My Day St. Lucia on Facebook. So in there you'll find the various flyers that give you different pointers. You get to see who our speaker will be and just who is involved and what's expected on the day.
Wonderful. Jackie, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
We look forward to a wonderful event.
Yes, it's going to be exciting. We have Barbara Kade, we have Chiliana and her band, and the food, the menu is beautiful. We have chefs coming on board to help with the to do the cocktail segment of it. We also have a tea discovery segment, which is being led by the Enchanted Kettle. So it's really going to be a truly beautiful program, and we're looking forward to the sisterhood and the enjoyment that we'll share on the day.
No problem. Well, it's not by chance we're out here in Groseley. Well, we don't look for excuse to come Groseley because Groseley always have vibes. But the vendors that you interact with on a daily, on every Friday when you pop into the Groseley Friday night, you ever wonder, who they really are? How did this all start for them? Well, we have the privilege of tapping into one of them. We call her Auntie. That is all you need to know. Well, Auntie Julia, but we call her Auntie. We sat down with Auntie. Auntie's been doing this 37 years, Well, we're here with, I call her Auntie. I don't know what you call her, but you're looking at the face, so you know who they are. If you've ever been to the Groseley Street party in the last 30-something years, 37, Auntie? 37 years, you must know this lady.
The operation have been going on for 50 years.
Imagine that.
50 years, the Groseley Friday night have been going on. But I've been selling for 37 years. When I started selling in bathtub. Can you believe that? Because I could not afford a cooler. But right now, I have more than a cooler. My establishment is so large, I cannot even explain to you guys. I have been the vice president for about maybe 4 years. We have got the association, it got registered in 2002, where we have about 60 vendors. The 60 vendors, we have like 6 craft, maybe 12 food vendors, and the rest are beverage vendors. We have been going along for a little while. We have, the association is responsible for police officers, working with us for the night, firemen, and whatever. We do We do operate from 7. We start our operation from 7 until 2 a.m. And with that, we cooperate with each other. If anything goes wrong, like I am on ground from 9 o'clock in the morning, where if Mr. Mimaya Charles is not around, Rejan Montut will be there with me, or Miss Concessa Dari, which we call her Farah, Teacher Farah.
So quite a community have been created there over the years, filling that space, filling that void, ensuring that the experience at the Graceful Street Party for all these years remains the authentic, absolute wonderful vibe. Because you guys, I mean, Auntie, when we come to the Graceful Friday, and we meet, when we come to buy a drink from Auntie, we don't just order in a drink and buy in a drink. You know, you a presence, you know, you get inducted like you're part of a family. You know, what you and the rest of the vendors create at this Graceful Party, Friday night that is being sold worldwide now as the must do or the must visit once you come to St. Lucia. Persons like yourself has contributed to for over 37 years. Now, tell me about how that makes you feel as a vendor, you know, when you go on out on one of those, street party nights, you know, what is the atmosphere, what you want to create for the patrons?
Well, what I have a cocktail. First of all, I have a cocktail menu. With my cocktail, I do the sea breeze. Now I will not tell you the secret of I do my rum punch, and that's what the guests mostly come for, the local. I do rum punch, I do sea breeze, I do margarita, I do, right now you all caught me on spot, so.
The works, man, with the works. We understand, and that is fine. We just wanted to get a sense, Auntie. You know, like you said, when you started this in bathtubs. You know, and what we want to get the sense of, Auntie, is, you know what, a lot of these days we see people don't understand the importance of starting somewhere, starting small and growing. Because like you say, right now, business big and booming, but you started very humble. And a lot of the times, I think, in these times, a lot of people don't understand the importance of starting something somewhere. And you don't always have to start big.
Yeah, well, majority of us, sometimes when we have to, how I will say it, we have to spend first to get. You don't expect invest, for you to get back. You don't expect to go on the street party and expect today, look, I'm going to do $3,000-$4,000. If you don't cater for that, you will not achieve. You will not get what you are looking for.
So I'm sure it have people who come back, who traveled and who come back looking for you.
A little scenario. There was a guest, I told my daughter, that guest has known me for 16 years. And that guest came to me, but I did not remember them. And I'm there eating some crackers and ginger ale. And then them guests are mocking the way I'm eating. And he's mocking, and I like, what? So I said, excuse me, sir, would you like to have one of my crackers? And then he started laughing. And he said, no. Do you remember me? I said, no. When they showed me the pictures I snapped with them, that's the time I remember them. So it's the way you meet up with your guests, the way you approach your guests. That's the feeling of the Friday night. That's the way you organize your Friday night. You organize yourself with your vendors and with your customers.
Right. Let me tell you, you're still at it. You're still at it even to this date. Lord, do you ever think that there'll get a time where you have to pack up for a minute? And if that comes to that time, what is there continuity?
Sometimes I stay home and the children tell me, Mommy, you're not in need of that. Don't go to the Friday night. I will tell you a little scenario about myself. If one Friday it's raining and I cannot go down and sell, and I know there are vendors on the road, you know what I thinking of? How much money did these vendors do on the road and I did not do to myself? How many customers did they get and I did not get them for myself? So I'm not thinking of one day I will not be there. I'm thinking of every day I will be on the street party.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is the note. Auntie, we love bouncing up on you. I'm like coming for my cocktail next time around. But I just wanted to highlight, you know, the importance, because you know every day you see people, you bump into them. You are the Graceful Street Party, and I'm sure you interacted with Auntie on how many occasions. But how much do you know about Auntie? So you got to meet Auntie for the first time, like a little bit. Right? So the next time you're at the Graceful street party, Auntie outside. She ain't playing that. She outside. You understand? Once the foot working, we outside.
Welcome to your Holistic Path to Wellness with Dr. Tanya Bobran. Let's talk about our mental health. Today, I want to invite you to pause and take a moment to check in with yourself, because your mental health matters. Not just when you're in crisis, not just when you feel like you're falling apart, but every single day. I know what it feels like to keep going when you're feeling empty, to smile on the outside when you're feeling overwhelmed on the inside. I've lived through burnout. I've sat in silence with anxiety, and I had to walk the path back to myself. And what I've learned is that mental health is not just the absence of illness, it's the presence of peace, clarity, connection, and joy. So how do we restore, reclaim, and replenish our mental well-being? I'm going to share 3 simple, powerful tools that I use in my More Joy method. And the first one is to create space to feel. We live in a world that tells us to stay busy, to keep being strong, to keep going no matter how we're feeling. But true healing starts when we allow ourselves to slow down and to feel. I urge you to take about 5 minutes a day. Sit quietly and ask yourself, what do I need right now? You'd be amazed at what your body and your heart will say if you're willing to listen. And the second tool is to move gently but breathe deeply. Mental health lives in our bodies. Gentle movement like walking, stretching, dancing will help shift our stuck energy. And deep breathing will calm our nervous system almost instantaneously. Try this simple technique. Inhale for 4, hold the inhale for 4, exhale for 6, and repeat that 3 times. That simple tool is a reset, and that's a tool for mental hygiene. And the third tip is to connect with something greater than ourselves, with prayer, meditation, journaling, sitting down in nature. When we connect with something greater than ourselves, we remember we're not alone. And that brings us hope, even on the hardest days. Remember, your mental health is sacred. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are human. And being human means giving ourselves permission to feel, to rest, to reach out for help, and to heal. Let's make a commitment to ourselves to choose presence over perfection, grace over guilt, and joy over just getting by. I'm Dr. Tanya Bobran. Let's honor our mental health together.
Well, there you go, guys. That's our Wednesday show, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're inspired in some way, some form, some honor. But guess what? All of you, with the reviews, keep them coming. But more so, if you're looking on from any part, other part of St. Lucia, down the south, the Chozelle area, and if there's anybody, anything that you believe, should be shared with the rest of our viewing populace, then feel free to reach out to us. We really would like to, create a platform where we can showcase as much of the awesomeness of St. Lucia as possible. So give us a call, shoot us a message. But for today, go on out and have an awesome day today. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And we'll do it again tomorrow for another DBS This Morning.